Hello guys, and welcome to lesson 4 of my CapCut beginner masterclass. In this video, I'm going to show you how to color grade videos in CapCut PC. To begin, I've imported these clips onto my timeline over here. It's a simple clip of a guy playing basketball on a basketball court. To color grade your clips, the first thing you need to do is to select the clip you want to color grade and move your playhead above that clip. Now, the moment you select that clip, you will notice that an adjustment section has been activated at your top right section over here. If you deselect your clip, you will notice that a detail page has been activated here. To color grade your clip, go ahead and select that clip and ensure once more that your playhead is above that clip. Next, move over to the adjustment tab over here, right next to animation. Select adjustment over here and select the basic tab. And under this basic tab, you scroll down. The first thing you want to do is select the perfect skin tone if your video has a major subject that is bold and visible. Because this video doesn't clearly show the face of my subject, I'm going to deselect this. Now, the next thing you need to do is to scroll down under adjustments, and under adjustment, you can adjust the temperature of your clip. For example, if you want your clip to look more sunny, you can drag the temperature to the right. And if you want your clip to look more like it was shot during the early mornings or in a cold region, you can take it closer to the left. But I'm going to leave this as it is. The next thing you can adjust is the tint color. This is used to color correct. For example, if you have so much pink on your footage when you brought it into your PC, you can drag it to the left to take out some pink. And also, if you had a lot of green in your footage, you can drag it to the right to subtract the green from your footage. But I'm going to take this also to the middle. The saturation, what this does is that it increases the colors in your video. It makes the colors pop out more. So if I move this to the right, you will notice that the colors of this footage pops out even more. And if I take this to the left completely, you will see that the video becomes black and white. I'm going to increase this a bit to this portion. And next is our lightness. Under lightness, you can increase the exposure or reduce the exposure if your clip is too bright or too exposed. But this clip is properly exposed, so I'm going to take it back to 0. You can also adjust the contrast. This increases brightness to some portion and adds some shadows to some portion of the clip. I'm going to leave this at 24. Also, the highlights adjust the brightness and the darkness of your clip. I'm going to leave this at 6. I'm going to leave the shadows, the white and the black, because my video already looks well color graded. You can also come down to vignette over here to add some vignette to the corners of your clip. Now, if you take this to the left, it adds some white vignette. And if you take it to the right, it adds some black vignette. So if you want it to be soft, you want to leave it around somewhere less than 10, like this. Now, if I scroll to the top and deselect adjust, you can see what we initially had. And if I select adjust, you can see what we have now. If you scroll down to the bottom, another thing you can do is to apply it to all the clips on your timeline. Now, if I place my playhead over this second clip, you can see what this second clip looks like. But if I select apply that color grade to all, you can see what this clip looks like now. But if you do not like it on your second clip, you can select the clip over here and you can begin to reduce the intensity on the second clip. For example, I can reduce the vignette over here. I can also scroll up over here and probably reduce the saturation of this second clip over here. Another thing you can do is to come over to the HSL over here. What this does is that it adjusts specific colors. For example, if I come over to my first clip over here and select it and hover around it, if I want to adjust the color for green over here, I can come over here and select green and decide that I want to increase the saturation of green. And as you can see, the grass here becomes greener. You can also adjust the brightness of the green over here to make it brighter. You can also adjust the hue of the green over here. You can see when I took it left, the grass became more yellowish. But if I take it to the right over here, the grass becomes more greenish. And if I want to make this red section here even more red, you can select this red color over here and I can increase the saturation over here. And as you can see, the red colors even pops out more. And if you want to adjust the color of that cut, you can come over to hue here and you can change it to something closer to pink if you like, or you can change it to something closer to yellow. But I'm going to leave it as it is in the middle over here. You can also adjust its brightness over here by making it more dark or making it more bright. Right now, it is more red. So if I deselect basic, you can see what it initially looked like with our basic color grade. And if I come over to basic and deselect adjust, you can see how it was before color grading this clip. So I'm going to toggle on the adjust and come over to HSL and toggle on the basic over here. Another way to color grade all your clips at once in your timeline is I'm going to come over here and delete these clips and select them once more and import them into my timeline. So another way would be to come over to adjustment over here and import a custom adjustment layer by hitting the plus sign. And you can adjust the length of this adjustment layer to assume the length of your entire clips. Now select the adjustment layer and you can now come over to adjustment under basics and begin to make color adjustments to this adjustment layer over here. And that will automatically apply that color grade to all clips. You don't need to go from one clip to another, and you don't need to come over here and select apply to all clips. Why this works is that if you want to apply color grade to a particular track layer, I would highly suggest that you go through this method. And that's it, guys, on how to color grade your clips in CapCut PC. Thank you for watching and see you in my next video tomorrow.